Alright, so here is a short video to show the inside of our coop. We have a dividing wall here, and then we have sand on the floor with linoleum underneath. And then this here is our brooder. We can use it for a broody hen who wants to have eggs and sit on them, or like the 4 babies in the house, we can bring them out here in a couple weeks. And then we have a sand shelf here with 2 roosting bars. And as you can see, more cameras. They got a window for ventilation and a fan. And then we have our 4 nesting boxes. And then 2 more good-sized roosts. And more cameras. And then I have a thermometer here that gives me a digital temperature reading inside the house. And so far we've got 5 eggs. And yeah, I've got 4 boxes and they'll choose 1 box. But this is all very easy to clean. I just take my big scooper right here. And all I do is just come in here and sift and clean the poop up. Do the same thing, use the same scooper here on basically our poop shelf. I come in here and I can sift the poop up, goes in a bucket, then it goes out to the woods. But like I said, this space here is 12 feet wide by 5 feet deep. You know, each roost bar can hold 7 chickens apiece. And then that's my automatic door. Now it does have a sensor, so if there's a chicken getting ready to walk through right in here, it'll stop the door from closing on them. So it's good and set, you know, it just protects them. And with it being on the inside and screwed fast, nothing can rip it off. If it were on the outside, say a raccoon got in a run, a raccoon could actually grab a hold of this thing and tear it right off the building. With it being on the inside, they can't do that. And then I've got the hardware cloth wire, that's a 1/2 inch. That runs up the wall and then out onto the floor, which you can't see now because I put vinyl flooring down. And on my dividing wall, it does the same thing. Goes up the dividing wall and then out onto the floor. And this is just an old door. It's dirty and dusty, but it's just a door from inside the house. Then I got a lock on the outside here. And then I just basically, I close the door, take one of my handy carabiners, and then I latch my door. And then this is my chicken corner, so my first can here, that's got their feed. Then they got their scratch. I got my diatomatrix earth, some extra extension cords, water heater box, coop refresher, extra nesting pads. Then this is my garden area. And then basically miscellaneous household storage, Christmas decorations and whatnot. And some extra vinyl. And it's still sitting out here, all the Ryobi tools. Then I got my son's mower and a box of his daughter's stuff, and then my backpack blower, all my big garden tools, shovels, rakes, extra wire. Like I said, we've got electric, I've got lights outside the shed. I pretty much have everything I could need in here. And then basically I got a ramp and a railing. We went from 2 doors to 1 door. And then we made a block here so that we could hold the door open. That's going to be a blueberry bush if it ever does anything. And then Rick's future garden area. But like I said, I still need to repaint the outside here so that it matches the brown on the shed. But it works. Hi, Nike. You coming? And then our gorgeous burn barrel. and Honey Girl. Come on, Nike. Like I said, she's a deck chicken. Get the gate latched. More ramps since we're getting older. But this is Nike's house. We got this from Tractor Supply. And it says, of course, love your flock. But, you know, she comes in here and she sleeps in this house at night. She lays her eggs, which we have an egg. I'll get that when I get the other ones. Because the dogs like to eat the chicken feed, I keep the chicken feed up on this little coffee table. And then we have our dining table here and the barbecue grill, patio heater, little extension off our living room. Hi, kitty kitty. I said, yeah, everybody's got problems with their dogs. I don't know why. Maybe because my dogs are older and they could care less. I think they're actually afraid of the chickens. I know. You had 2 blueberries already. You're good. You had two servings. You're good. But yeah, this is the dedicated dog yard. Miss Kitty, the cat you just saw, she stays in this yard. She don't even try to leave. That's our baby pen, which now is empty. And this here is basically the dog yard. It's all fully fenced in. Got a fire pit here. Haven't really used it much since we got the burn barrel. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Rick's out here on the mower. He's a mowing. He's got his hat on for sun protection. Don't want to burn his bald head. And then under the deck is just some storage. Our big generator. I usually come out and get it started if the power's going to be out. The wire goes right down here to my box. Plug that in. Keep the generator covered. He's just a mowing. And then I plug our generator in when we need it. Just taking a video of the yard.
For what reason?
Because I felt like it. So this is our dedicated dog space. I don't really know how many square feet we got, but it's pretty big for them. Like I said, Kitty comes out, she stays in this yard. She seems to be happy. Everybody gets along. You know, dogs, cats, chickens. It's all good. See you later. Have a good day.